Hi, Ian Pummel here with Everything Rocks Masonry Company. Today what we're doing is, as you can see here, we've got bricks that have spalled and it's just terrible. I don't think there's any way to really patch it or repair it. If we did, they would just end up having other problems years down the line, and I wouldn't be a very good guy. So what we're going to do is we're going to completely remove the face of the porch here, and we're going to replace it with new brick. So in order to get the face of the porch off of here, we need to take out this soldier course that runs along this way. What we need to do, because we want to save these brick, is we're going to cut all the way around them on each one. That way when we pop them out, we've got a healthy brick. It won't be chipping the corners or anything like that. Again. So as you can see, Brandon has gone through and he's cut the mortar joint on both sides. And what that'll allow me to do is be able to pop these bricks out in one piece without hurting them. So let's see if I'm a liar or not.
Alright, now that we've got all these bricks removed from the porch, they're still kind of stuck together. I'm going to take a chisel, clean them off. Breaking them apart. I've already got them prepped up with the grinder blade there, so it's very easy to remove them without hurting the brick, which is what we want.
Ian Pummel here again. We've got all the brick out. Wasn't very easy, but we did it. And we're going to go to the dump now. So we'll see you at the dump. Ian Pummel here again with Everything Rocks. Today we're going to fill in the front face of the brick here. So I'll give a little tutorial about how to lay brick. Pretty simple. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab about as much as I need here. I'm going to put it down there. I'm going to feather it out. When I take everything to the edge, see how it's hanging over the front edge there? I'm going to go like this and I'm going to cut it. There I've got brick hanging right to the edge. Now this one here, because it's going up against another brick, I'm going to take a little bit and I'm going to put it right down like that. When I take this brick and lay it in, this right here will give me my mortar joint that I need. So I do. Go ahead and put it in there. I want to check it with the 2-foot level. What I want to do is I'm going to put that down. Now if you see right here, you see the bubble is a little to this side, which means that this is actually low. what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull it up. Still got my mortar on the side right there. I'm going to put down a little bit more mortar. Now the bubble I've got going the other way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep tapping until I get that bubble right in the middle. And I've got it there right in the middle. I'm going to take my excess, clean it off like that, put it right there for the next brick. What I always want to do, especially when you're doing any kind of repair and you're not building from the ground up, you always want to make sure that everything stays wet. If it's not wet, then the mortar's just not going to stick. The brick being so porous, it's going to suck all the moisture out of the mortar. And if the mortar dries too quickly, then you're not going to get the same PSI. And somebody like me will be back here in 5 years redoing it again. So you want to make sure that everything stays moist. What I'm doing right here, I want this course of brick to match up to this course of brick here. So I'm going to put my level on it, find out where that brick course is level, and then push my brick down to it. So you see I've got a half brick that I need to put in here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hold it up. It looks like it's directly in half, so what I'm going to do is cut it right in the middle right here, but I'm not going to cut it. I'm just going to get a good idea. If we can get the sound going, we can actually hear it break. Well, that happened pretty fast, but on this one I'm going to butter both sides. We'll call it buttering just because it's basically butter and bread. Another course below it. So we've got our bricks laid all across the front there. I just want to make sure that I keep my stagger pattern correct and make sure that I keep my bricks running to the top so that when I do get to my top, I'm right here. The way I can put the very top brick in. It's a little tricky here, very thin mortar joints, but we managed to do it and it works. So we'll get back to you when we're putting the top in, have the face done. So we've got our wall built. A little bit of bricko right there. We'll talk about that in a later video. But here I am. I'm going to put on the front soldier course here. So what I'm going to do, because it is a particularly hot day out today, I'm sponging everything that I'm doing. Because if I don't, it'll suck all the moisture out of the mortar and cause it to dry too quickly. And I'll end up with crumbly mortar. And I'll be back here 2 years later to fix it. So you always want to make sure that everything's pretty moist and the mortar has enough water and time to cure. So what I typically do, I'll take my mortar and I'll roll it into a ball like that. I'll put it all along the face. I've got my mortar all along the face. And I've got it higher than I need it. There I am rolling my mortar. Get my good ball there. I'm going to take one more loom and put it in the middle. So I want this whole section to be filled up with enough that when I put the brick in, I can push the brick down. A lot of guys, they'll just put mortar right here and they'll put some right here, and what they end up with is a gap in the middle. And brickwork like that can last for quite a while. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but this always works. So take the extra time, put the third line in the middle. you should be okay. Again, I've got a dry brick here. It's also covered in dust. I'm going to dunk it, get it clean, then I'm going to lay it in. If you look at the pattern so far, what I've got here is 2 bricks for every one over here. If I get off of that pattern, it's going to look a little goofy by the time we're done. So the space between these bricks should be the exact same space between these bricks. And if you do that, aesthetically, you're going to end up with a better porch. So put the bricks in, and we'll get back to you when we're done. So we've got all our bricks in now. We're going to let them set up a little bit, and then we're going to tuck one in with mortar, and we'll show you how to do that. What we're doing here is we're mortaring things in the old-fashioned way. But what I'm doing is I'm making sure that these bricks are wet. If they're not wet, I'm going to have a heck of a time with the mortar. It's drying out on me. Now, if I had a big job to do, I wouldn't be doing this with my bare hands either. But this is a pretty small job here. I don't think my hands will be covered in it for more than 15-20 minutes. This is Abby. Abby's a good dog, right? Abby's the one paying for the job. This is Abby's house. Ian here again. We've got everything finished up. Client's happy. And that's how you put in a brick face right here. We didn't show you how to put wall ties in because we already had them. But maybe on another video we'll show you that. And I think we've done a pretty good job. Just leave us a comment. If you're in the area in Lexington, if you've got any questions, comments, let us know right here below. Thanks.